Hello all, this is Professor Anup Gade from Tulsiramchi Gaikwad Patel College of Engineering and Technology, NAC A plus graded institution. I'm from Department of Information Technology and we are discussing the course operating systems. In today's video, we are going to discuss about operating system structure. Uh, the basics of operating system, and at the same time in our second video various types of operating system. These are the contents of our second chapter, that is system components, operating system services, and then we'll focus on system calls and program structure, system programs, virtual machines, and system design. Okay, so today our main focus is towards the variety of system components. In that system component, our first thing that we should focus on is a process. We know that a process is basically program under execution. A process needs certain resources, which includes CPU time, memory, files, IO devices, and a number of things to complete its desired, or you may say the allocated task. We know that a process is having certain steps throughout its life. The operating system is responsible for the with the processes, which includes process creation and process deletion, uh, process suspension and resumption, provision of mechanism for process synchronization and process communication. We are very well aware that process creation and its termination or deletion is entirely comes under the observation or under the control of your operating system. And whenever a process has been created, it has to go through around 5 to 6 different stages throughout its life cycle. Then a second important thing is file management. A file is simply a collection related to the information defined by its user or a creator. Commonly, file represents a program, maybe a source program or an object program, and at the same time a data. A data plays a very vital role whenever we are talking about a file. The operating system is responsible for the activities given below in association and related with the file management, which includes file creation and deletion, directory creation and the deletion, then support of primitive of for manipulating the files and the directories, then mapping of files onto the secondary storage and file backup, okay, on the secondary storage devices or a non-volatile storage media. Then after this, we should talk about IO system management. The IO system consists of maybe a buffer caching system, a general device driver interface, or driver specific for some hardware. So all the IOs, which includes even your keyboard, mouse, and monitor, and printers, scanners, and everything, all this IO management is a responsibility of your operating system. Then let us talk about secondary storage management. Since your main memory is volatile, main memory can also be called as a RAM or a primary memory. And as it is volatile, volatile means temporary storage. Whenever power gets off, all the things stored in this primary memory will automatically vanish up, and it is too small at a time to accommodate all the data and the programs permanently. The computer system must provide a secondary storage which should keep backup of all the devices, whatever the things are there in the main memory. So that's why we have a secondary storage which is having a huge amount of memory. The modern computer systems are using a disk as a principle of line storage medium for both the programs and the data. These secondary storage devices are having capabilities up to 1 TB and even more than that nowadays. The operating system is responsible for following activities in association with the disk management, which includes free space management, storage allocation, and a very important is a disk scheduling algorithms. There are 5 to 6 different disk scheduling algorithms which covers FCFS, then shortest seek time first, scan, C-scan, look, C-look. So around 6 algorithms are there, and on the basis of these 6 algorithms, we are performing disk scheduling. Of course, we are going are there related to the storage management. Then networking, or we may say that a distributed system, we have already understood that in our first or in second video, that a distributed system is not possible without networking. A distributed system is obviously a collection of processors that do not share a memory or a clock. Each processor is running, or each processor is having its own local memory. The processor and the systems are communicated through a communication network, and communication takes place using protocols. A protocol, a set of some defined rules for operation of these system. A distributed system provides a user access to the variety of system resources in order to have a smooth execution of a task assigned to it. Access to the shared resources allows the overall speed up of computation tasks. The availability of data is automatically increased and enhance reliability. We know that the distributed systems are more reliable as compared to the routine system, as if any of the system gets failed, other system will share the load of other system. Then a protection. Protection refers to a mechanism for controlling of access by a program or a process or a user to the system and from the user's resources. The protection mechanism includes distinguishing from an authorized user to an unauthorized user. It also specifies the controls to be imposed, and it provides a means for enforcement. Protection plays a very vital role whenever we are talking about a system which includes some banking kind of data or financial kind of data. So protection nowadays are very important. Now question arises, what are the operating system services? What services your OS should provide? So the first and a very important service is program execution. So system is capable enough to load a program into the main memory, because we know that unless and until the program is available in a main memory, it cannot be get executed. So execution of program, and for execution of that program, loading that program into main memory and passing it to the CPU for the execution. IO operations, since user program cannot execute the IO operations directly, of course it requires an intervention of your operating system, which provides some or other mean to perform all kind of IO operations. File system manipulation, again a major role played by your operating system. Program capability to read, write, create, or delete the files, which we have seen. Then a communication, exchange of information between the processes executing either on the same computer or on the different computers, connected or shared via network, or sometimes even a shared memory or a message passing. And finally, the error detection, ensure errors in the CPU and the memory hardware, or even IO devices, or in case of even user programs. So all these activities are essential. All these services are provided by your operating system. Let us talk about system calls in our next video. Thank you all.